Hello everybody, and welcome back. Last episode we started the first book and completed The Blood of the Bear Part 1, and we're halfway through Part 2. This is turning out to be somewhat of a romance story, not a war story, and I am actually quite enjoying it. So I hope that you'll sit back and continue the story with me. The next part we need to do is kill 7 thicket deer. We're here in Enchanted Lands, so we're going to run on over and leave most of them on the other side. See what we can find. Now, part 1 of the story, Kiva, the young maiden of her village clan, has met a gentleman named Benno in the forest. He's been very, very elusive and very mysterious to her, and he's very handsome. And we left off last episode him asking her if she was curious and wanted to know where he came from. Well, of course she is very curious. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens next. And we finally found some. There it is. Kiva paused, considering. Oh, is it far? I am on watch and must be back before dark. Benno nodded. You will be back before dark. And then, without warning, he scooped her into his arms and crossed the water. Benno, the river ice is melting, Kiva gasped. The water bites with cold. Are you mad? He laughed and said, This is nothing. I am of the north. Alright, now we need to get just regular fairies. We need 6 of them. We got some right here. Initiate Fairy Hunter. Wow, I've been busy. I thought I'd killed quite a few. Benno pushed through the snow-covered branches that hung low to the riverbank. Kiva had never walked on this side of the river before, and she was fascinated. The trees grew tall and thick, and were so closely set that no snow reached the ground. They came at last to an enormous tree, and at its roots Benno pushed aside a leafy bush, revealing a hole into the ground. All right, now some more turtles. Here we go. There's a couple. They're good at stun. I wonder if they go up the beach at all. Though Kiva had to stoop to enter, as did Benno, who was taller than the tallest Northman, she could stand upright once inside. The cavernous hole seemed to go on and on into the darkness. Benno lit candles and offered her some honey mead. It was warming and delicious, and he brought her some dried berries. All right, now we need to kill some veil-tailed trout. Now, I believe... Let's see where those are, if those are in this little area over here. Yeah. What you want to do is go over to the little river behind this mountain. How many we need? We need 7 of these. Where's the rest of your clan? Asked Kiva. A shadow passed over Benno's features, and he said softly, I am the last of my kind. Then he said, as though correcting himself, of my kin. Benno sat silently for a moment. We lived in this place in a time of growth, but at other times lived in other places. The horde found us elsewhere. I alone escaped. Okay, now we need to get some more deer. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kiva said. The horde has not yet come here, but they will, Benno said quietly. They will never get what they seek. The time has come for them to be defeated, and when they're gone, I will join another clan. My strength will be theirs. Alright, now we need to get 10 lancer wasps. And those guys should be right over here. Those are weakened. Here. They're the aggro wasps. Oh, we need 10 of these. Alright, our last lancer wasp. Okay, let's read the book. And that is the end of book 2. Level 40, oh my goodness. That is fantastic. What I'm going to do now is we are going to start book 3. Once they reached the river, Benno picked Kiva up to carry her across the icy water. An arrow flew past them, then another. Without breaking stride, Benno retreated into the woods with Kiva still in his arms. He made an angry sound that reminded Kiva of a growl. The horde had come to this part of the Northlands at last. Ooh, that's not a good thing. All right, we need to kill 7 feral lashers, and I believe those are right over here beyond this wall. Let's see. Yeah, they're down there. We will cross lower down, Benno said, his dark eyes glittering. I will take you back to your village. They are here for me, not you. Kiva said, well, the horde cares nothing for whom they kill. Benno shook his head. They have seen me and know where I am from. He put Kiva gently on the ground and took her face into his hands. I am not what I seem, he said, and Kiva gasped She recognized him. He was one of the bear people. Oh, bear people. Okay, we need sand snappers, so we need to go back down to the water. Yeah. Where do you think you're going, big guy? Benno nodded. It is true. I am a bear. From the moment I first saw you, I knew that I must stay with you. That is why I am in this form. Now, we must hasten away. The horde hunts me for my blood. They drink it, thinking it will give them my strength. But that is not how one becomes a bear. Benno kissed her forehead and said, You are now marked by a bear. Okay. I wonder what that means. All right, we need to go get us some sea mist maidens. Now, those are fairly available, so we shouldn't have any trouble with that. We'll get these two. Oh, 3. Let's get this group up here. There we go. Goodness. Kiva listened intently. The mark Benno had placed on her forehead gave her the sharp hearing of the bear. She could hear the horde cursing further up the river. Staying close behind him, Kiva followed Benno as he loped through the woods until he came to a place where they could cross the river safely. Picking her up again, Benno crossed the river and they headed toward her village. All right, sand snappers again. Yes. Oh, look out there. They're all just coming down this way, just hanging out. Your people will be safe in my cave, Benno said. Kiva shook her head. No, we will not hide, she said. The horde thinks to overrun all the Northland, but we cannot let them. If we defeat them here, it will give strength to our people." Benno nodded. "Well, then we will fight. I will go with you." The pair ran swiftly back to Kiva's village, where they sounded the alarm. The defenses were swung into motion while they made their plans. Okay, more lashers, so we gotta go back to the other side. Yeah. Just need 2 more. Okay. The horde is at the river. Orcs only, and I sense they're afraid of something, Benno told the village elders. I know not what. This is the time to push them back. Push them back beyond Hallis. The village leaders agreed. This time they would be the aggressors and slay the horde. I go with you. I must avenge my clan, said Benno. Void Shriekers. Those are the bats. I believe they're right over this way. There they are. We need 7. That looks to be you. Oh, we need 1 more. That's okay. Kiva said, "We should drive them into the river and let them freeze. They will sink under the weight of their gear and be unable to reach the riverbank." Benno added, "I will cross and attract their attention. While they're looking at me, push ahead." After a quick debate, the elders agreed that this plan just might work. If nothing else, it would reduce the numbers of orcs that they would need to fight hand to hand. The villagers set off for the river. All right, 7 more maidens. Don't you try to mess me. I'm gonna pay for that. Silly fairy. They found the horde milling along the riverbank, obviously intending to cross it, but unable to agree on how. Benno slipped away, and soon enough they saw him on the opposite bank near the woods. Howling, they turned to face him, stringing arrows and aiming their spears. Benno stayed just out of reach, taunting them. Okay, more trout. Yeah, okay. Now! Cried Kiva. She and the villagers burst out from their hiding place. The surprised orcs did not know which way to turn. Some fled into the river, some turned toward the villagers. There was enough confusion that the villagers pressed the orcs back until they were all in the icy water. They were too heavy laden to reach the riverbanks and either froze or drowned. Oh good, we're right where we need to be. We need to get these feral lashers. Yeah, I don't know if this is a safe place, but let's go by the water. It might be better over here. And that is the end of the story. Thank you for joining me today, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give a like and subscribe. Hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye now.